Hey friends, Josh here, founder of HR University and certified HR professional. In this video, we'll cover employee exit interview questions. An exit interview is a time to get feedback before your employee leaves. This is the easiest way to figure out why employees do leave your company. And this can be a good place where you may spot trends and take steps to prevent future employee turnover. According to research by Harvard Business Review, many companies conduct exit interviews but don't analyze them. And it's not enough to simply have them answer questions. You also need the employee's candid feedback and analysis on their answers. But how do you go about getting actual genuine feedback during this process? Experienced leaders and experts have developed great ways for obtaining the most genuine feedback. And you can pick and choose exit interview questions that suit your needs in order to get this feedback from your employees who are leaving your company. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to do all of that. But before we go any further, don't forget to subscribe for more HR related videos so you can keep up to date with everything HR. So what are the steps for conducting exit interviews with employees? Well, first of all, make sure your exit interviews are well structured and planned ahead to get the most out of them. The second critical thing is to decide who will conduct the exit interview. An employee's HR manager or supervisor are the two most common choices for this. Each option has its own set of advantages and disadvantages. The employee's supervisor has spent time with them and has a greater understanding of their abilities and performance, and as a result, the employee may be more open to sharing their true feelings about the company. And this may be the greatest way to ask the right questions that lead to useful feedback. On the other hand, supervisors may not always be the best choice because they are too close to the employee. And that's where HR managers can come into play. HR managers are more informed about the complete employee journey, including the hiring process, salary, working conditions, and business culture. They also have a good understanding of what information the company will need. And that is something which is crucial for creating the best exit interview questions. After you've selected who will conduct the exit interview, it's time to pick an interview format. You can choose to do an exit interview via questionnaire or in person. They both have their own benefits. According to research, exit interview participation rates for paper interviews are estimated to be between 30% and 35%, and this is much higher for online interviews. The advantage of a questionnaire is that departing employees might feel a lot more comfortable being honest with their answers if they don't have to talk to their supervisor or HR manager directly. However, though, the most commonly suggested method is in person. And this allows more in-depth questions and a more detailed story and context about why they're leaving. It also demonstrates to your staff that you care about them and you'll make time for them even when they're on their way out. And that way, if you can set a really good impression all throughout the customer journey, these employees may even return to you in the future because of that. However, you don't want to be caught off guard during an exit interview. So make a list of the best questions ahead of time, which can guarantee that you don't forget to ask these key questions. Also, make sure your employees know that all the information, answers, or insights they share during the interview will be kept private. That's super important. So after you've grasped the concept of an exit interview, it's time to go over some of the best questions to ask. And the most common, crucial question you should ask your employees is why they chose to quit in the first place. The response clarifies their motivations and explains how they got to the choice to change jobs. Even though it is not always a good idea to ask someone why they are leaving outright, it's good to know if your company is at fault so you know how to prevent other employees from leaving. Then you should ask, what do you get out of your new job that made you leave? The response to this question will reveal the specifics of your business's shortcomings. It could be a matter of salary, business culture, or simply due to lack of adaptability. The crucial thing to remember here is that the information provided by your past employee can be used to compensate for any gaps in your company. The next question I recommend asking is, what could we have done to make things better? This question may appear to be identical to the preceding one, but the answer dives into a different aspect of the problem. This one is solely about your business. Once again, the information provided by your past employee can be used to fill in any holes in your business. And these finer points can be revealed by asking both the preceding and this question together. Furthermore, there are additional questions you can ask at an exit interview to maximize your benefits. The next thing you should inquire is whether they plan to return to this company in the future. If you ask this question, expect a short yes or no response. However, we always want truthful and elaborate responses to get more context. If you want a more detailed response, consider asking follow-up questions such as, What can we do to persuade you to change your mind? Consider those responses as a potential method to boost employee retention. Next, you'll want to know if they were confident in their abilities to do the task. This question will provide you with immediate insight on how to train new staff, as well as how to retrain your current workforce. And even if you hear responses that make you uncomfortable, you'll gain valuable knowledge with which you may make positive adjustments with. After this question, then inquire about the part of the job they found the most difficult. You should always search for solutions to reduce the difficulties of all employees. When an answer becomes more prevalent in exit interviews, concentrate and focus on resolving the issue faster. And finally, you can also put concentration and focus on inquiring about the company and its employees. For example, you may begin by inquiring if they felt comfortable talking with their supervisor or manager. This question is unique because it reveals information about 3 people: the manager, the supervisor, and the outgoing employee. You can use the information in order to extract from the employee's response in order to improve growth and performance of your manager and supervisor. And sometimes you'll be surprised at the information that you find. It may be that their supervisor or manager were treating them very poorly. And the number one reason people leave their jobs is because they do have a poor manager. So you can get lots of good information here. You can also use the information to assist you in the recruitment of new team members. What words would you use to describe our company is also a good follow-up question. With this question, you're seeking a general tendency that your past employee noticed rather than a specific example. This question will reveal your company's culture and whether your employees have a positive attitude towards it. Of course, you shouldn't depend solely on one employee's response. Instead, look to see if the majority of your past employees have given you comparable responses. At the very end, ask how the company can make its development and training more effective. And when you ask this question, you might get very useful answers that help you improve your employee resources. To sum this topic up, exit interviews are tremendously beneficial for your company. You may find them to be the most effective tool for improving your company and increasing employee satisfaction. If you want honest feedback on your organization, don't just rely on your current personnel. The desire to preserve their job can affect their responses. Instead, ask your former employees exit interview questions, which can help you figure out what your company's main problems are, as well as what motivates people to leave. And there we have it. If you found this video useful, make sure to go ahead and give us a thumbs up on it and subscribe to our HR University YouTube channel. And of course, thank you for watching. My name is Josh. I'm the founder of HR University, and I'll go ahead and see you on some of our following videos. All the best.